So this is just going to be a quick one because I wanted to do more of like weekly wrap-ups just to see what I've been reading, what I've been doing, if I've got anything interesting to tell you, because I don't know what else to post at the moment. I have a list of ideas, but I don't want to post them all out in one go. I kind of want to spread them about. So I thought a weekly wrap-up would be a good way to just insert in to give you a little bit of an update. I've been mostly reading Memories of Ice, and even though I say mostly, I mean not a lot. I think I'm partway through chapter 7. Yeah, I'm partway through chapter 7. I go through like these phases with it where I'll read a bit and then not be able to put it down for like 2-3 chapters, and then I'll go through a bit where it takes me days to finish a chapter, and that's where I am right now. I think it's because I had to pull myself away from reading chapter 7 straight after chapter 6, and because I haven't been able to commit that time fully to sit and read it, I've just not been able to. I don't think I've touched it for 2 days maybe. I finished This Is How You Lose a Time War, which was really nice. It was a nice little story, very poetic and abstract is the only way I can describe it. It took me a few days to read it. Those books I'm only reading at night, whereas this I'm trying to keep this priority in the daytime. The other ones that I'm reading for like the Asian Readathon, I'm only reading when I go to bed, because I don't like to read this before I go to bed. There's too much thinking and it'll keep me awake, and that's not the point of bedtime reading. Bedtime reading is to chill out and then help me go to sleep. So yeah, I finished that. I really enjoyed it. I only give it 3 stars because I didn't love it. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was a good book. It just wasn't a brilliant book in my opinion. I might change my mind when I read it again. I do want to read it again because it's just really nice to read. And at the moment I'm reading Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. I'm not enjoying it half as much as Little Fires Everywhere, but I'm still interested in the story. There's just a lot of, she does write flawed characters, and I just feel like this one's just a bit too cliche and not just flawed. I'm not going to say anything. I'll talk about it in my wrap up at the end of the month, because I don't want to say spoilers here. So yeah, it's about a girl who dies. Like at the beginning of the book she's gone missing, and then like within a couple of chapters she's found in the bottom of the lake, and it's about her family dealing with it, and also about her family in the past when the girl was younger. I think she's 16 when she dies. So yeah, it's okay. It's an easy read, and it's something nice to read when I go to bed. It doesn't take much thinking. I think I'm about 50% of the way through that, so that should be done by this weekend, and then I can start one of my other books that I've got. I received Project Hail Mary in the post because I pre-ordered it, so I have my signed copy. I think you can see it actually over there at the end of my trolley. I really want to fit it in this month, so I really need to get on with Memories of Ice so that I can read it before June. I'm hearing really, really good things about it, which makes me very happy and makes me want to read it even quicker. But I've got my priority TBR first, and then I'll get on to that. I still need to finish The Mask's Fallen. I can't bring myself to read it right now. So that's all I've been reading. Me and my husband watched all of the Shadow and Bone series, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was far better than the book. Not something that I say very often. I just thought the characters were more developed and a lot more likeable in the TV series than they were in the book. I didn't like Alina one bit in the book. I thought she was so whiny and too much teenage girl, and she's a better character in the TV series and someone that I actually want to know more about. Whereas in the book I couldn't care less what she thought, which was hard because she was the protagonist. I said I wasn't going to finish the rest of the series, the books, but now that I've watched the TV show, I want to know what happens next. So I have got the next 2 books on ebook to read, and I kind of going to hate myself for reading it, but I just want to know what happens in the story. I also plan to read 6 of Crows afterwards, just because I want to know about that side, those characters. I know in the TV series it's kind of like a prequel to 6 of Crows. They're not in Shadow and Bone at all, but I highly recommend Shadow and Bone, the TV series, even if you're not into YA. The budget for the effects and stuff is fantastic, the costume's fantastic, the characters are really good. Is it Jesper? Jesper's really funny. Yeah, definitely worth a watch if you like fantasy, just fantasy in general, fantasy TV. It's really good. We've got 1 week left in the UK till things start opening up even more. From Monday the 17th, I just saw an article pop up on a notification on my phone that social distancing will be personal choice from that day. It means we can go into pubs, we can go into restaurants. At the moment we can only eat outside, drink outside, which with this horrible weather has just been a nightmare. I haven't wanted to go out because the weather's just so bad. I think me and my son go roller skating. I think roller skating will open on that Monday. We can go back to the cinema. I know there's not going to be much on yet, but it'll start coming on and I can't wait to go back to the cinema. I'm even thinking about getting a cinema pass, like a monthly pass, so I can go as many times as I want once the cinema starts showing more new films. Because they've built a new cinema in our town centre and I live less than a 10-minute walk from the town centre. So I could go to the cinema every night if I wanted to. This next week I would like to make a massive dent into this, maybe get to... I'm not going to say halfway. Yes, I am. I'm going to say I want to be halfway by the time I film another one of these videos. I want to have finished Everything I Never Told You and maybe finish another one, because all the other books that I've got to read are less than 200 pages. So I don't really see that being an issue. I think that's it. I mean, if I wasn't reading this, I'd read a lot more, but it really ties you down. As anyone who's reading it, it does tie you down quite a lot. But that's it, and that's all I've got to say for now. Hopefully these will get more interesting as things start to open up, because I still don't do anything. I stay at home Monday to Friday. I don't go anywhere, and we've still not got the car. It failed its MOT, needed loads of work doing to it, so we should have it back this week. But because we've had no car, I go to work. I walk the dog in the morning. I go to work all day, which is at home, and then that's it. That's all I do. And then at the weekends, I might go out into town or might go for a walk with a friend. But with things reopening and having the car back, I should start doing more things that I can actually have something to tell you in these. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It's really nice to see people watching these videos. Take care of yourself and I'll see you again soon. Bye.